Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart. I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Sagittarius. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. This will be for all Sag placements within your birth chart. Cross watchers, you are welcome here. Wherever you have ninth house as well, I highly encourage you to look into your birth chart. If you are unfamiliar with your birth chart, just know that I offer personalized one-on-one birth chart readings. You get detailed birth chart notes, a 2-question tarot spread, and one-on-one time with moi. I give you a lot of reflection and extra resources and information and insight into your birth chart. Please check out the Jupiter Saturn reading that I just did on Patreon. There's a lot to do with our manifestation, our karma. Saturn retrograde right now, and Jupiter is stationing to go a retrograde as well. We have a lot of retrograde energy happening. Okay, so my Patreon channel will help facilitate this, right? I plan to do a lot of astro content preparing us for September for eclipses. And again, where the tension lies is where the growth is. So join me on Patreon if you want to go deeper with me. We are still in Cancer season. We're at the tail end. We're still feeling into this receptive, watery energy. This is 4th house, the family, the home, the foundation. Okay, creating sacred sanctuary, right? Our place amongst the world, safety. Cancer asks us, what are we holding on to? Think of the crab, right? The protective exterior that we wear, right? Our shield, and also what we're clinging on to and why. Okay, so let's dive into this. Let's talk about it, Sag. Hi, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading. Whenever you find it, just know that it's meant to find you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for trusting in me. Cross watchers, again, you are welcome here. Place the roses you see fit. We're going to dive into astrology, and then we're also going to just talk about tarot and oracle messages, and then we'll take it over to the July love reading. You can find that link below as well. I highly encourage you to watch both, okay? And also check out my content below, my website, all that good stuff. If you resonate with me as a reader, you can follow me on Instagram just to get to know me, my style. You know, I really connect with music. You know, that was one of my first passions. So I usually channel a lot of music through my readings. I did meditate on your energy. I am trying to do like a brief, intuitive kind of leading, guiding message before I even start the reading. In Sagittarius, I saw a compass. I saw directions, the 4 corners. You could be even practicing some sort of like calling in the 4 corners. I don't know if you practice that or not or know anything about it, but just a compass, direction. This could be movement. Again, Sag, you are represented by the 9th house, which is travel. So it's not surprising for me to see that for you. I did get the song Free Falling, and I also got the song Wind Beneath My Feet. I don't know the artist, but I will link them below. It's an old kind of corny, cheesy song. Wind beneath my feet, you are the wind beneath my feet. There's more power in the lyrics with a lot of these songs that come up. I think it's just talking about ushering in some sort of change, direction, change in the wind, etc. And then I heard and I saw like someone encapsulated, like there was a capsule, almost like a time capsule. Interesting. So like a time machine, almost feeling like you can bend time or going back in time. Maybe you're going back to something, but there's something about a time capsule. So I'm getting reminded of in middle school, actually, we did this. We had made a little time capsule and we all put our own little messages in there and we buried it. So this could have been something that you did, or again, there's some sort of ritual here, like with the directions and burying something. There's something kind of symbolic here, and you might understand what that is. If you do, if you don't, take it or leave it. But yes, let's dive into this. Okay, full moon on the 21st in Capricorn. We've had 2 full moons the last 2 months in Capricorn. It's very much about this Saturn energy, okay? Where do you have Capricorn in your chart? What's your relationship to Saturn? Check out my Patreon reading. I go a bit deeper there. And again, you can get a private reading with me where we can really get to know say your 6-month transits, right? What's going on for you now. I have a special I'm running, and also just your natal birth chart, okay? This Capricorn energy, Saturnian energy is very much present for all of us, okay? And it's in your 2nd house of earned income, your values, what you have, Taurus, okay? Also, where do you have 2nd house in your chart? If you notice that in your chart, watch for that sign, okay? We have this Venusian energy, right? Venus in Leo, Mercury in Leo. We're going into Leo season. It's all going to be in your 9th house. This is your house. So again, lots around travel, okay? You might be traveling, right? You might want to move. There might be some wind beneath your feet that's making some sort of change, ushering in some change for you. 9th house is not just about travel. It just talks about diversifying. This is that Jupiter energy, Jupiter in Gemini, okay? And Jupiter in Gemini, guess what? It's in your 7th house of partnership. Gemini is your opposite. And again, there's a lot to learn from your opposite, okay? Where the tension lies is where the growth is. And that's why when we have our opposite at any sort of month, so May for you, well, no, end of May and June, I want you to journal. Think back to like just June in general. Let's just say June. What comes up for you when you think of June? Okay? Because every June is it could be some opposition there. And there's a lot of growth in that month for you as well. Okay? There's a lot to learn. Okay, so Jupiter in the 7th house is all about partnership. So this is going to be happening over the next year. So get comfortable with this, okay? It's going to magnify relationships, how you relate, your attachment style, your love language, all that good stuff. And this is why a lot of people come to tarot, right? Because we all are relating with someone or something and we get confused. And tarot is one of the many, many, many tools to learn how to relate to others and self, right? Especially self. That's my goal with these general readings. The love reading is below, where we talk more about relationship. Saturn in your 4th house, again, is the home, the foundation. This also talks about your attachment style, the first 7 years of your life. So you could be really feeling like a lot's coming up around the past. And the 9th house is asking you, especially going into August, and again, all this Leo energy that we're in right now, to expand your mindset, to maybe get some mentorship, some spiritual advice, some wise counsel, to see outside of the box, right? Outside of the structure that you've created with Saturn in the 4th house. There is a foundation and we can't get rid of that. Saturn shows us where we are limited, right? Our fear stories, right? Chronos, time, okay? We are limited, right? But we are also energetic beings and we can evolve. There's free will. That was another word that came up for you. There's free will here. Even in this dimension, in this earthly realm, there is free will. And although we are limited maybe to this earthly realm, energy is immortal, right? Is the word that's coming to me. Energy lives on, right? And depending on your beliefs and what happens in the afterlife, that's a whole nother discussion up for debate. But energy moves and it transfers. It doesn't really ever die, right? So when we think of death, right? Think of death. What does that mean to you? Especially with family, okay? 4th house, Saturn in the 4th house. Death of an idea of family. And with death comes rebirth. Again, energy never really truly leaves. It just changes, okay? So let's get into your messages here for Sag. Whenever you find it, just know that it's meant to find you. Okay, let's see. Again, energy is fluid. Things can change and shift. What do you need to focus on right now, Sag? Let's dive into this together, okay? Let's get some clarity for you. I see you with a compass. You're finding your direction. Again, Sag, you're represented by the arrow. This is having a trajectory, a goal, right? Your truth. Sag stands for truth. And that does take a level of curiosity, 9th house. Sag, my Sag viewers, what do they need to know for, love? Oh, I love that. I love love, love. Love. Love hurts. Ooh, love hurts. but it also is a beautiful, beautiful gift, right? The power of love. Getting so many songs for you, Celine Dion, the power of love. Ooh, yeah. Healing, chaos, and leadership. There you are. I always look at Sag as a leader. I'm a Gemini. You know, you're my opposite. Stillness. Capricorn got this message. Where do you have Capricorn in your chart? You could be dealing with a Capricorn. But leadership, you know, Sag, they're trailblazers. They're fire signs. They are leading us, right? Again, you're right before Capricorn that leads us into a new season. You're the one that kind of sets the tone, right? As we exit fall and we kind of go into another state of being. Again, there's a lot around this kind of energy changing and shifting, and how that looks like, almost kind of like shape shifting is what I'm getting for you. Interesting. So the polar bear also, you could look into what that means. Polar bear, when I think of the bear as like hibernation. There is some sort of like hibernation here. Healing, chaos. So I think the healing chaos is connecting in with the 4th house, your foundation, your family mainly, okay, your ancestral ties, the first 7 years of your life, and you're trying to bring more love into your life, right? This could literally be, again, Jupiter in the 7th house. Talks a lot about love, again, relations, relating, how we relate, all that good stuff. It's definitely at the forefront for you right now, okay? And this 9th house is asking you to expand. You are a leader in your own right, and you might not believe it or know it. Starfish just flew out. Yeah, you're meant to shine. You're meant to stand out. This is Aquarius, a star. You're also meant to heal something here. You're healing some sort of chaos. It's asking you to bring love into the situation. This is also forgiveness. You might be also helping others through chaos. There's also butterflies here in this storm, which butterflies represent transformation, death. We talked about death. So there could be a message around death, and that can look different for everyone. It could be literally physical death of a family member, something physical and tangible. But remember, does it ever really exit? Where does it go? This is something that you're pondering. This could be something, again, that you held in like some sort of capsule. This could be talking about some sort of internalized chaos, right, that you've kept within. It's been encapsulated in time, which could maybe potentially stunt your growth in some way too. I've actually talked about this through my own relations with others. Is a lot of us, when trauma happens in our younger ages, especially the first 7 years of our life, Saturn in your 4th house, we can get stunted, right? If there's something that traumatic, we almost can get stuck, right, in that. It's almost like, say you're 31 years old, you could be reliving that 9-year-old wound, right? So that's kind of what's coming up here. And this could be someone around you as well, okay? Elephant, wow, beautiful. What else for Sag? Eagle. Eagle was sideways. Very powerful energy. Fire ant. Interesting. Wow. So this is Earth, and this is this is actually fire. Yeah, you have fire ant on the bottom, fire and earth. The elephant. I want to actually read about the elephant. So I actually, I'm connecting this in with an astro book that I read a long time ago. It had like each day broken down for birthdays, and my birthday was the elephant. And it talked about, you know, wisdom, of course, with the elephant. And it's, again, freedom, autonomy, leadership. The elephant's a very triumphant, and it's, you know, a very big regal presence, especially the eagle as well. These two paired up are unstoppable in some way. You know, they stand out in the crowd, right? Like I said, starfish came out for you. So leadership here with all these other energies is just like, you do stand out even though you might not know it. And you're meant to lead in some way, okay? This is arguably, I can't talk, the most auspicious figure in the deck here. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. So this is that Jupiter energy, which is your ruling planet, okay? So a lot around 7th house, right? Jupiter in Gemini. The destroyer of obstacles, Ganesh. You could look into that story. Appears when you feel stuck, right? You might feel stuck in one direction. Remember, we saw the compass. Your compass, because you could feel like your compass is broken. Maybe you don't know your north node. Look into your north node in your birth chart. That is your guiding light. That's your beacon of hope and aspiration to rise above. Gain a new perspective with the eagle here. Okay, there's some sort of obstacle that you're overcoming here. And it's asking you to trust here with the elephant as well. Trust this gentle, noble creature. And then with the eagle, let's talk about the eagle real quick. Eagle. Sorry, this book is like really tiny and I have to go slowly with my hands, yeah? Eagle. Power, truth seeker. Again, truth, the arrow, okay? This is bright, radiant, and out of balance, which it was on its side is can being a bit controlling. So maybe you are one track minded on a direction and you're avoiding something. Okay, that can come up with the eagle as well. Okay, this is also saying like, hey, you're stronger than you think you are. So maybe there's something that you're avoiding from your past, especially your childhood, that you're like, you know what? The universe is like, hey, you're much stronger than you think you are to actually conquer this. Or again, there's something here you're healing within the chaos. Just know that there is love here, there is support, and there also could be someone that's leading you or guiding you in some way. Okay, let's pull from the tarot. I'm feeling called to do after tarot for you. Sag, let's tap into your energy. I always love doing your readings. I love you so much, Sagittarius. I have many, many good Sag friends. And it's funny, at one point in my life, I remember before I knew astrology, like there was some Sages that I knew that I was like, why are they, this rub me the wrong way? Like what in the F is going on here? And I was like, oh, you're my opposite. There's a lot to learn from you. Once I embraced that tension, I was like, wow, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So there's something about being humble, showing gratitude towards your leaders as well, the people that have led you here now, and also trying not to stay too focused or fixated on one thing. You're being asked to see something through the eyes of love, and you will be able to heal this chaos. Whatever you are, the turmoil you're in, again, the butterflies are there to represent change, transformation. Remember the time capsule? That's also reminding me of a cocoon. Hanged man, it could be a Pisces. Could have felt like you were in a state of suspension at one point, but now you're being called to lead and take action with the elephant and the eagle here. You're moving, maybe slowly with the polar bear, but you are moving. Sag, what do we have for Sag? Judgment in reverse, miscalculation. This is Scorpio. Yeah, there was something about coordinates. Getting the message with the compass, like you got the wrong coordinates, and then now you're in a place and you're like, well, where am I? I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I got the wrong coordinates. I misjudged something. How can I get out of this? This is judgment in reverse, is retracing your steps. Think about when you're out in the wild and you have some sort of, what's that word I'm looking for? Landmark. Is there a landmark or a place that you go to that you can find yourself again, find love? A place, again, Cancer energy, this is sacred sanctuaries where you can gain some better judgment here. You could have misjudged something as well with the judgment in reverse. And now you're having to look at something through the eyes of love. Yeah, Five of Cups. Sag, show me Sag, please. Yeah, star, see, there it is. A star is born. It could be dealing with Aquarius. Have Aquarius in your chart. Leo. We have Scorpio, strong Scorpio. You could be leaving behind a Scorpio or grieving the loss. Again, Scorpio also just represents Plutonic energy. So what sign is your Pluto in for you? Also, looking into your north node strong. Again, that's that guiding light star card, your north node. There's so much information there, and if you want to go deep with me on what that is, because I know sometimes you can look it up online, but it's very generalized. So we get to do a one-on-one north node reading, right? If you want to get a basic tarot reading, you can email me and say, hey, what's my north node? Help me figure that out. You don't have to do a full birth chart reading, okay? Just email me. But there is something healing coming in here, healing chaos. So although you might feel like something is chaotic, you seem to have the skills as well with the star card of upright, even though you might have felt weakened by it or suppressed, right? With the strength in reverse here, Leo energy. Let's clarify the star. What is it that you need to heal? Because Five of Cups is right next to it, so there is grief, there's sadness with this death, this loss of something. But also with the Judgment, it's like something is being, like even here you see the people that are dead below, and the Judgment's like bringing something back to life. You see how these the dead bodies there, the skeletons are coming back to life. Getting a song, it's all coming back, it's all coming back to me now. Something is coming back to you. Look at that Three of Swords. There was moments of, that's gonna be your song. What is that, Celine Dion? There were moments of cold and there were flashes of light. There were things I needed to remember, but there were nights of endless pleasure. I don't know all the lyrics, but it's all coming back to me by Celine Dion. It's reminding me of this storm. Temperance, this is you. Time heals all wounds. You are definitely in a place of healing here. Three of Swords. Harsh truth is better than a soft lie here, okay? And that's something that you are being called to change about family, especially beliefs, value systems, marriage, commitment. All these things are being tested for you right now. They are at the forefront, okay? Let's pull from the affirmation deck here. Sag. We're going to take this over to the love reading. I'm going to pull some zodiac signs that you might be dealing with as well. But what does Sag need to know right now? What's the guiding message here? The guiding light for Sag. Something's coming back to you now. Happiness is coming back to you. It says, happiness arises spontaneously when we release our separateness and merge fully into the unconditional joy of the present moment. Appreciate, Sag. Even though you might be going through some dark night of the soul, grief, sadness, there is reprieve. There is healing here, okay? There's something that you're having to look back at because there's pain that you've avoided potentially. There are people around you, or again, there's something within you that is being tested or tried. You are being asked to come to the forefront here to heal something. That's really the message. Okay, let's pull from the zodiac. Let's see what signs you're dealing with. Then we're going to take this over to the love reading. Again, if you want to go deeper with me, you can find all my information below. Please like, comment, subscribe. I love to hear about your placements below. If this resonates, of course, cross watchers, the roles can be reversed. We're seeing strong Leo again, fire sign, Scorpio, very strong. And of course, you are showing up here with the Temperance. You know, moderate. This is realization. This is a big realization month for you. And again, you might be feeling tempted to go back to your old ways, old habits in love, but you're being asked to heal something. And you do have the power. Don't forget that, Sag, okay? You really do. I see that here. I wouldn't lie to you. I see a lot of potential here for happiness if you decide to go down this path to heal this chaos, this burden, right? Something that was maybe stuck in time. You can create a calm atmosphere. Sag, what signs is Sag dealing with in love? Capricorn. Yeah, I saw that in the beginning. Capricorn, strong Capricorn. That's 10th house, Saturn energy. What's your Saturn placement? Again, get really familiar with Saturn right now. There's a lot to learn. Saturn retrograde. Cancer and Pisces as well, showing up strongly. You could have these signs, or they could, your love interest, okay? We're going to take this over to the love reading. I hope to find you over there. If this is where we part, bye for now, Sag. I wish you all the best.